Hello viewers, welcome to Eaglet05, a platform dedicated to championing the rights of persons with disability and ensuring that our voices are heard, accepted, understood, and loved. Please subscribe to my channel to support the change. I am Hawawu Ibrahim, your host. Today I'm going to talk about another incident of discrimination I experienced in my life. Growing up as a child with disability, even my dress code was being decided for. My life was not allowed to be lived freely. It was decided for. It was being controlled. In the world of fashion, where my other siblings or where my other family members had the chance to choose whatever dress they wanted to wear or go for whatever style they wanted, my own was being decided for, not even considering whether I liked it or not. Once they decided, I have to go with it. It's funny, right? This affected me to the extent that I remember a few years ago, I told a friend I was going to sew a suit. And the suit, I didn't want the skirt to be knee length, but rather long down. And he laughed and said, "Oh, Hawawu, no, this is a corporate wear and not a native wear." And I defended myself by saying, anything I put on looks good on me. Funny enough, some of the dresses or the styles that were being selected for me, I wore them on emotional pain. I accepted them because when I even reject them, nobody will stand up for me. They were not even ready to understand me, accept my words, or listen to my voice. Hence, I flowed with it. Another incident was when I entered university. I wanted to join the school parliament house, but because of the way my dressing was being controlled, it killed my confidence of wearing certain dress codes. I felt it was wrong because that is the way I was brought up. I don't know whether to say I was shy, but I knew my confidence at that time was destroyed. So I didn't even know what was wrong and what was right. I only went with what I was taught. I couldn't join the association or the club, which I really wished I could, because at that time, any dressing I do at all, I'll have to scarf my hair because of my religion. And I felt that time, I knew I was not going to look good in trousers, in long sleeves, and scarfing my hair in the way they taught me, not in a fashionable way. So that alone took me away from joining that association I really wanted to. It didn't also end there. Other clubs, other associations I could have joined to at least have built my confidence, I couldn't, because I knew my dress codes were not accepted there. Another incident that happened again was having my hairstyle. Anytime I go out there to braid my hair, they will always complain. They would always want me to do a style or braid a style that I could cover it up. I didn't understand why. Even to an extent that someone said they shouldn't allow me to use an attachment to braid my hair. It is not a forbidden attachment, forgive my language, because I didn't understand why she said so. I still use crocheting wool to braid my hair, and at that instant, that is the attachment I had on. She complained that yes, my own hair is long, so why won't they use my own hair to braid for me than adding attachment? You know, one thing about life is people forget that when you put too much salt in your food, it tastes otherwise. When you put too much sugar, it tastes the same otherwise. You won't be able to eat it. As I was being treated that way, looking at my other siblings enjoying life to the fullest, and I was being kept away, I developed temper. I became rebellious. I started challenging them at a point. So now, it's either I do it my own way or I don't do anything at all. So my guardian then answered, tell her, because anything I say, she would not listen. There, she made me look like a bad child, forgetting that they had pushed me to the wall too much. And when you throw a ball to a wall, it bounces back to you. They were not considering that fact, that they were rather destroying me in a way that they felt they were doing me good. But whichever way, today I thank God I am out of that situation. I am able to go out there, select a dress of my choice, at least tell my seamstress a style of my choice. I am able to select shoes that fit me, that brings out my beauty, that at least shows out the light in me. I thank God that I was able to find my strength. I was able to find my voice. I was able to stand up for myself. It wasn't easy, but here I am today, enjoying life to the fullest. Whatever I went through that time was painful. It was disheartening, but it didn't break me completely. Whichever way, I found a hole in the room to break out from. If my story inspired you, please subscribe, share for others to also learn from my experience, like and leave your comment. If you know any other person, or if you are listening to me and you are a victim, you can reach out to me on +233 208 145895 +233 208 145895 on both WhatsApp and on normal call. I remain your host, Tawau Ibrahim. Bye bye for now.